Good morning. Remember me? Hey there. Happy New Year. Today is Monday, January 1st, 2024. Welcome to back from the holiday, back from the New Year, the Christmas break. This is my daily vlog and the first one of 2024. I'm back in the studio this morning and back after it. And it felt like a huge break, and I never really stopped, but I felt it was a huge break because you had the weekend, and then you had the Christmas happen, and the whole week of me doing weird things that aren't normal, and it's what you want out of a holiday, out of a refresh, a break. It has its ups and downs, so we'll talk about those, I guess, as we throughout the week as we go through. Anyway, but it's mostly ups. So normally I talk about yesterday stats, and then today, let's just kind of talk about over the break really quickly. So over the break, the last order of business you might recall was way back on the Friday before Christmas, whatever that was, for the 22nd or something. We recorded our podcast for the last week and this week, and that was the last official thing that I did for GenXGrownUp. Now, throughout the holiday, I was watching stats and I was replying to comments, and because when I'm sitting in my little office watching TV, I have that open anyway. So and that's not work. That's you could argue I should totally detach. I didn't really want to, so I had a great time doing that. And we did some contacts with some partners and stuff through the week, and we had a meeting in the middle of it. Little stuff. But by and large, it was a huge break. Over that time, I didn't publish any more long-form videos. I did the one back on Wednesday or Thursday before Christmas. We had a couple more advent calendars we'll talk about at the end of this video to wrap that series up. And I published maybe 2 or 3 shorts throughout that week or so, just to keep something alive out there. But otherwise, I really didn't touch it. And I'm really happy that even though I wasn't putting out new stuff, we're still above that watermark I've generated for myself, which I'll mention at the beginning of this year, in case you're joining us new or you've forgotten. I'll talk about that when we get to stats. And yesterday was it was interesting. Early this morning, as I'm waking up, knowing that I'm ready to get back in the swing of things. This morning, I had one of those like morning dreams, like you wake up once at 5 a.m. and then you sleep for a couple more hours. And during that little window of time, I had one of those lucid dreams where I had moved to a new house, and I was furiously setting up my studio because I knew I had to do the vlog this morning. I'm like, where the hell's that light? And I can't find this tripod, and this is not going to be right. We'll just do it on this wall. It was so, but I felt like I was unprepared maybe to get started. I'm not sure what the dream meant, but and at one point I decided I'll just hold the selfie cam and I don't know what it was. It was crazy. Anyway. In my subconscious, I knew I was getting started today. Let's talk about, I just jumped into this saying Happy New Year. If you're just watching this for the first time, and we are a few people that just subscribed, I'm sorry. The purpose for this vlog is documenting my journey of trying to become a sustainable full-time content creator after having lost my job a little over a year ago. And so that's why we talk about what I'm doing each day, and that's the purpose for this vlog. It occurred to me I didn't say that, but I was too busy wishing a Happy New Year. Let's talk about those stats, though, during the break, because we never really dropped too low, even though I wasn't putting out brand new stuff. And a lot of that was driven by the fact that Christmas hit, and a lot of people got gadgets for which I had reviews out, and so they went and dug those up. So I have this artificial watermark in my head that I never want to drop below an average of 10,000 views per week over a 7-day span and 50 subscribers per week. And after the last 7 days of putting out nothing new, as of this morning, we're 11.5 thousand views, down a little from our 14 where we were at the end, but that's expected, and up to 69 subscribers a day. So more subscribers even, so that means more people found us during this time we weren't putting things out than regular viewers probably, and they chose to stick around. So you'll remember when we talked on that last Friday, we were at 42,000 something, I forget. Yeah, 42.7 something, I forget, 8 something. Anyway, 680 subscribers over the break, which brings us to 43,415 or so is the last time that I looked. So, really productive. So talking then about today, what I plan to do, what don't I plan to do? My studio is kind of, so I don't have a solid like start this video today thing, but I will have a solid plan for what my very first video will be of the new year. I have several ideas. I have several gadgets I got that I could cover, that I got for the holidays or at a flea market or something in the week I was off. I also have a couple of pseudo-editorial pieces that I have been kind of noodling around to do. And CES is coming up next week, so there's probably something for that going to happen. So today is going to be regroup, clear the studio, get my toys off the table, and get ready to put a different toy, maybe, I guess, on the table so that I can get shooting. It's kind of, I know it's kind of nebulous today, but that's why I said having those time off is the good and the bad. If you just drop something Friday, you pick it up on Monday. But I buttoned everything up last Friday, and so as of today, I'm like, for clean slate. Oh no, clean slate. Like I have to get ramped up again and get a new thing out. So my target will be to get the next couple videos in my mind so that I can start getting them together. I also need to take another long form and chop it up into a bunch of shorts because I'm down to just about 5 of those. I grab a video and I'll grab another 15 or 20 out of it because of individual. I'll take those tier videos and block them out. That works so well. Yeah. So before I go, let's then. I promised you we came back in the new year. I was going to follow the Advent calendar up through the 31st, which is last night, and see how it did overall. So to refresh your memory, what I did was over 24 days, I each day did a video like 2 minutes long that was highlighting some random Pac-Man themed collectible in my stash of junk. So 24 videos, released one a day, 4 a.m. every day across the slate, and I had said it looks like we're on track to make about 30,000 views, and in fact we did. After tracking the series all the way through yesterday, it did do 31,770 views overall, and we gained 39 subscribers overall. Now to put that in perspective, it's about the size of a good video over the course of a week, would do that. This, of course, was 24 little videos. None of them did amazing. Across the board, I think the average was about 1,300 views per video. So none of them flopped, but none of them were rock stars either. Outside of the first one, which was people clicking to see what is this, and so half of those people didn't stick with us. But to know that over 1,000 people, almost 1,500 people, came back regularly to see this every day, or to catch up with it and see it. And by the way, right after Christmas, they dropped to almost nothing. Some of them making anywhere from 1 or 2 to 5 or 10 views per day, and that's it. So that series is dead as a doornail. I mean, maybe I'll think about, taking all 24 and compiling it into one video to try to get one more oomph out of it. I don't know if that's even worth my effort or time. Or maybe I'll do that later. Maybe I'll do that as a recap next year before I do another one if I choose to do that. Whatever. But that series effectively is in my rearview mirror. I wish it would have done better, but I'm satisfied with what it did because nothing underperformed. It didn't hurt any stats. It gained us at least 39 new people who otherwise wouldn't be here. So overall, it was a great experiment that I think I mentioned at the beginning. It was my wife's idea. Hey, why don't you do an advent calendar? A lot of people have put in a lot of great suggestions. I had the help of my friend Will to make that music. I had the support of all of you to encourage me to get it done. And it turned out to be a cool experiment. Now, what it isn't is it's not a driver for the channel. So as I think about this pragmatically and I go into the new year, I know many people said in comments, can't wait to see what you do next year. Me either, because realistically, doing that thing again is pure extra gravy because it's not a channel builder. If you're looking to go, hey, great idea, John, I'll build my channel and I'll get 30,000 views by putting out these videos. No, the only reason I got 30,000 views across those is because I'd established an audience of 40,000 people, and of those I was able to get just a few to watch regularly. Had I been 1,000 sub channel, those would have gotten 15 or 20 views per. I was only able to do it and justify doing it because of our size. And I'm learning that's true. The larger you get, the more you can justify taking chances because while you have more to lose, the momentum is huger. Huger? That sounds weird. The momentum is greater. The momentum is greater. So if you make a little stumble, it's not like you drop to 0, you just drop back a little. And I don't think it really hurt us at all. So that's the recap on the Advent calendar. So With that, it's time for me to get cleaned up in here, get my planning done, get this vlog out to you, and get back underway, business as usual on this new year, 2024. I hope you had a great holiday. I hope you find this, come back to this after some time away fondly. I hope, if you watched regularly, I hope you missed it. If you just joined us, several people that subscribed over the last week or whatever, I don't know how they found me. I'm grateful that you're here. If you find this kind of introspective and analytical thing interesting, I'm glad you're here. For my part, though, gonna get after it, and as usual, we'll continue throughout the new year as long as we can grind this thing and the runway persists. Thank you so much for stopping in to check out this brand new first vlog of the new year. If you're here every day and you're back again this year, thank you so much. I love you for being here. Have a great Monday and first day of the new year. Please, please do something good for yourself, and I'll talk to you again next year. Bye-bye.